hello. Happy Thursday. We got a 4-up today, Jake. Look at us. Brady
4-pack, a quad.
Quad box. You would
Quad
get that
box.
reference. The other two might get that reference. You will not
Quad
get that
box?
reference. Yeah.
Rob likes football.
One day we'll have an octo box, but not. And commercials.
I was thinking of last week and thinking of this as more of a Korolev cross, but
There we go. There we go.
Like that.
One of
Thank
my
you for
proudest
keeping us
moments
on
last
brand.
time the Seahawks and Mariners had a game at the same time. I had two TVs with one game on each, and they're both Sony, so I could hit mute. It would mute one and unmute the other, so I could flip back and forth between the simultaneous games. It's a proud moment.
Wow.
Engineering.
That's some production right there. Yeah.
Love it.
These are the kind of advanced projects that you're into.
Yeah. Advanced concepts. Yeah.
Muting and unmuting two Sony flat screens. Yeah.
That's right.
With
Oh,
one
this is
button
before
press.
flat screens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
So that was an achievement. Yeah, because now it sounded pretty dumb. But if that's what you're telling me, it was like CRTs, then I understand. Anyway, Jake, who the hell are these people, by the way? Zero intro.
Well, we've got Adam Wuerl this here and Rob Davis, and they are. Well, I know Adam's a listener. Rob, are you a listener too? Are you both listeners to this show, or did Adam rope you into this?
Adam roped me in. I'm not a
Okay.
regular listener, but I started doing some listening, so I knew what we were in for, and I did enjoy
Okay.
the rocket ranking last week. I have definite opinions, as Adam does.
Exceptional
Adam, you
idea.
motivated Adam to write a blog post, so
Yeah, I
Doesn't
was
have an
going to say
opt-in.
I don't know if Adam's written a post in a long time, and this was enough
No.
to get it, and like pretty fast. Like there was not a lot of turnaround time on that, so I must have
No,
riled something up there.
I finished it last night at the Christian Davenport did a book signing at Museum of Flight, so I finished the last bit, first half of that.
Jeez.
Did you? And I noticed we denied your request for comment from us. We took one out of y'all's playbook, and we did not write back to you when you wrote us a question of if we posted it anywhere.
Yeah, I just took a screen grab. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. Well, good. Can you send me that? Because I need to recreate it. We are going to update that. We got some emails, including a noted past guest and museum curator, Paul Field, who will probably come back. He doesn't know this yet because I didn't email him and tell him this, but we're going to make him come back and update that with us, as he was out there defending our besmirching of Saturn V Skylab, which we're going to die on that hill, Jake. That's the one we're dying on.
Well, apparently we need to die on Shuttle's Hill too, so that's
Yeah.
we'll get into that. But yeah, that's something fun to share.
You want to go first, Rob?
go ahead, Adam. No, you can.
All right. This is an orchid thief, which Rob says if you Google, you get a terrible recipe. I think the best description is a spicy hibiscus gin sour. And the fun story for that is COVID times, right? Couldn't go to restaurants anymore, so they started putting cocktails in those little plastic dishes. So I saw it had a cool name. God, I like orchids. Thought this is one of the most delicious cocktails I've ever had. And I spent the next 12 months trying to figure out what went into it because they would not tell me. So I would just go and I would get there early so I could see them mixing it. It's like, all right, it's got botanical gin. And then they poured a secret sauce in it. And then they had some firewater bitters. That's the spicy part, bitter. So that was easy. I'm like, what is in the sauce? So I asked the bartender, and she was super cagey. She was like, yeah, I'm not telling you that. So I just started going through syrups and the color, and they sometimes would garnish with a hibiscus. And finally, I saw hibiscus syrup in a store, and I tried that and like nailed it. That's it. So gin,
Sleuthed it out.
citrus, like lemon, lime, little hibiscus, simple syrup, and tahini around the rim. Is that how you say it? You speak Spanish.
Tahini, yeah.
Yeah,
Look at
tahini
that.
around the rim. Delightful.
So have you ever gone back to this place?
Oh, go back regularly. They don't make this drink anymore, though. The bartender who invented it, she left sometime in 21, so I have to make myself
Have you ever ground truth this and tried to figure out if you've got it right?
You should sell it back to
I can't
them.
find her, so
Yeah,
on the
you
off
should
chance,
go work there.
she's super into space. Maybe she's listening and she can reach out.
Yeah.
It seems unlikely, but
Seems unlikely.
missed connections on the Off-Nominal podcast. Me and the bartender that used to make my favorite drink, random ass place in Washington.
World's a big place.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with that. What do you got, Rob?
I love it.
I am
love
looking a little laggy. I need to try to get closer to my router.
Yeah, that seems.
Can you hear me?
You seem fine to me. I don't
You're
know.
good.
Okay, I worry. I am drinking a G&T. This is with elderflower tonic water from Fever Tree and huckleberry gin from Glacier Distilling outside Glacier National Park. So
Wow.
I have to
that
go
sounds
there
good.
for several reasons and drink one of
It's
those.
delightful.
That might be the place that I stake out and try to make their exact gin and tonic, and then get the
the
bartender
huckleberry
fired.
gin is spectacular. Yeah.
Do you think you got the
Huckleberry's
bartender
out
fired?
east? No.
I don't know.
I assume
Sorry?
she's on to bigger and better things, you know?
I don't know. I think somebody realized that they let the intel out into the public, and then they fired this bartender.
It wasn't public knowledge until about 5 minutes ago, so.
That's true.
You're not the first corporate espionage trap happening on that.
That's right. You can't patent recipes anyway. It's not even legal.
But if you did get into that
Right.
kind of thing, you would just, as someone with your past, you would just merge your two favorite restaurants together into one super restaurant, and then everybody would
idea.
go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep cut. He used to work at Lock's
Like an
Apartment.
A&W KFC,
I did.
right?
Yeah. Or Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, pizza
Anyway.
at Taco Bell. That's the classic, right? Yeah. Wow. All right, Anthony, what do you got?
I've got a Leaf Seeker IPA. Look at that thing. I'm gonna zoom in on that can because look at that thing. Leaf Seeker.
Wow.
It's October. It's fantastic. The steam boilers. If you listened to the pre-show, you heard our stories of home renovations, including I think I almost blew up my house last night with a steam boiler. So that was good.
All right.
But it's running all right now. So that's it.
Good.
We'll see.
All right.
What do you got there, Jake?
I've got a
Oh, what's this?
Tempest. Is that showing okay?
Yeah, it's good enough.
But
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so-
mysterious.
yeah, it
Little
doesn't say
glitch.
what it is. Special
Yeah.
reserve, right? The back says, this is funny. It says Scottish style ale. So that's the kind of Mexican beer I'm having today.
That tracks.
Scottish Mexican.
Yeah.
All right, we need an origin story here for whichever one of you has the pat down on the origin story. What do we got?
Oh, the game?
Yeah, well, the whole I assume that's more in it's a larger
Yeah.
story than just the game.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, we
it does all
we
go
met at
back
Lockheed.
to when we first met. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you mentioned that. So I'd moved to Huntsville. My oldest son was about 1, just had his first birthday. Now in college, if that sets how far ago this was. So this is like, beginning of the Obama administration. And Rob was from Alabama, moved back to Huntsville. We were both working on THAAD at the time. A missile defense program out in Huntsville, Lockheed Martin. And so we became friends and
Well,
working
actually,
through
we
that.
were working MKV. Remember, we were
That's
working
right.
MKV, and it was
MKV
the
first, the
cancellation of
multiple kill
MKV.
vehicle. Yes, that's correct. And Obama came in and they canceled a bunch of stuff. One of them was our program. I remember watching this press release and being like, we're going to have to find different things to do with our day. So a joke, we went from being super busy, working a ton of overtime, trying to get ready for this big review, to like not having enough work to fill the day. So we took all that extra time and we started talking about board games. We used to play Civ over email, so we had a lot of
Oh,
things
this is
in
that
common.
guy. We've talked about
one of
that. Okay.
Yeah.
One of them.
And,
we got all
So we
sorts of-
started talking about a board
That's
game.
crazy.
We'd always wanted to make one, and like we started with like, what are our goals for a game? Space themed, obviously. That was never a question. And then like, what are our goals for the game? And that's where we started. And then we like designed a game around like our requirements, if we could be that nerdy.
Oh, we system engineered it. Yeah, absolutely.
Did
And
you
this
have a
was
waterfall
this
chart
was-
for it too?
Well,
or-
Jake, they screw out of the
No, we're good
cancellation in
systems
the
engineers.
Obama era. So clearly, this project took 20 years to get to the point where it is now, because that's how everything in the. It was an Augustine
to
commission
our
on your
credit.
board game.
Multiple children are raised. I moved back to Seattle. Rob moved back to Seattle. So, yeah, there were some periods of hiatus where not much
Plans
happened.
shifted
and
a
then
little bit.
once,
Yes.
On again,
Yeah,
off
and-
again. Yeah.
but seriously, once Rob moved back and then we were like together again, it was a lot easier to collaborate. And like the big sticking point is like, honestly, a lot of the rules hadn't changed much, but it was like missing art. And that was like the last thing when we figured out how to make art for the game that like got it to where like, okay, now we're done. Now we can finish up and polish it. And yeah.
Yeah. We also benefited greatly from the fact that as Adam's kids got older, he suddenly had live-in playtesters. And got a
Yes.
lot of additional playtesting cycles in, and his oldest kid, Karsten, is the reigning world champion of the game, indubitably.
So this is a mock-up the oldest one
let
made
me
is
see
like
if
a
this is you.
gift. He took an old iPad box and he made a cover
No way.
for it. And then with the hubris, it only comes from being one of my children. They put helpers and put their names
So good.
on the end there. So,
That's awesome. What iPad? Was
Yeah.
that iPad 3rd generation with lightning connector?
oh my gosh, so old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
when they
actually
came out of the
original
envelope.
prototype box.
It was an Apple
I have a
Newton
bunch
box.
of the
That's
old
from when they started working on the game,
cards.
Jake.
I have a bunch of the old cards laying around here that were printed on your old Cricket.
Oh.
Right, you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like very
Yeah.
popular now, these things. How old was
Yeah,
Cricket?
these,
I've only
like,
learned
we
about
had-
this recently.
Trying to get the rounded corners and everything so they would shuffle easy. So hand making or printing and cutting out on the Cricket. Yeah, that was one of
Yeah.
Adam's chores for a few years.
Yes.
Damn.
It's very labor intensive. I mean, the thing was old. I had it in Huntsville, so like.
That's crazy. All right, so
Back
now
in the
you've got
09,
this
10.
game. We haven't even told anyone what it's called. So I think we
Yeah.
probably should put this up on screen, and you should describe to us what we're experiencing in this very long journey.
This so the name is Space, which we backnamed, but we actually had a different name, which I liked, but then somebody stole it. So it's Scoundrels and Pirates affiliated with criminal enterprises. So that's the name of the game. We have a Board Game Geek page now. We put that up. I was pretty excited about that.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean the premise is like there's a little game board. Rob will describe more of that because he designed the game board, and it has not changed. It's like the only thing that never changed since the first prototype.
It was
But you're
a
a captain of a ship.
masterpiece from square one.
Sometimes that happens. You're the captain of a ship. You start with nothing. You have a ship, the hyperdrive, a blaster pistol, and that's it. And things happen in the game. You get encounters that come up, contracts come up, and you're basically a smuggler. You go pick up contracts, you drop them off, you get paid, you get new weapons, you get cool stuff for your ship, you get crew who join. So it's got a very kind of Firefly vibe to it. Like you just get a job, keep flying sort of thing. And there's ways to fight the other crew members. You can steal their stuff. That's the vibes.
Yeah, I think one of the important things to lean on too, Adam, since you're mentioning, intellectual property universes, right, is when we started designing this, they hadn't published really a game like, Firefly or like the Star Wars, like Outer Rim thing, right? And then it turns out those games are really focused on trying to simulate the experience of being in that universe. And that really wasn't what we were going for at all. Actually, like one of the big system engineering things we talked about up front was like we wanted the most elegant mechanics we could come up with, right? But we really wanted the strong theme that is associated with more traditional American, style board games, right? We didn't want super sparse like math with a slight layer of, well, actually this is about, farming cotton. I don't know. Thinking about like whatever Euro game you played that was really boring, right? I have some that I'll fault if we want to go there. So like we
tier
wanted
rank
to say,
them?
no, there's no money. You don't. Sorry.
You want to tier rank it? We can do.
We can
another
tier
very
rank 'em.
Hotly
we
debated tier
could.
ranking.
We could. We absolutely could. But
So
we
much
wanted
to
to say no money. You don't want to get paid in money. You don't want to be counting lots of little chits. You don't want to be counting hyperdrive crystals and all this mess that would be, verisimilitude for how a particular fictional universe works. We really wanted to focus on that feeling of climbing a slippery pole and like, not being able to trust that you're even working for the right guy, and there's no rewards to loyalty if you've chosen the wrong master. So, how do you navigate that kind of crazy situation? So yeah, that's, less of a simulation of, being Mal Reynolds or Han Solo and really more of this actual textured experience of trying not to be the bump at the end.
With whimsy, a lot of there's not enough whimsy in the world anymore. So like there's jokes like we reference Firefly, but like there's a
Futurama,
Jay-Z
The
joke in
Godfather.
there, and
Yeah.
Wide-ranging references.
So
yeah.
if you don't understand, if you think there's not a reference, it's just probably too obscure.
We swear it's a good
Some
reference.
of them are very obscure.
We swear it's a pop culture reference.
Yeah, I swear it's a reference.
And so you've all
Okay.
right. So you said you've like worked this. You had the system worked out for a long time. Art was a holdup, and now you
Yeah.
are producing an actual thing that doesn't involve you doing manual labor. Is that what I'm looking at right here?
That's correct. Turns out there are machines that exist in companies who print board games. So, and that was another big one. We'd reached out to a couple of publishers and had interest, and like 2 fell through for totally random reasons. One, the company just like imploded on itself for reasons that have nothing to do with the because we weren't involved with them yet. And what was the other one, Rob? I don't remember.
The
They were just like-
bartender,
Well, the other
the
one-
company that you're getting involved with. I don't know, man.
We probably shouldn't. We probably shouldn't name names, but the other one is a fairly significant, like known name. But they were getting bought, and we had sent them a prototype, and everything just got lost in the shuffle of getting bought. I imagine whoever we were working with left the company, and so nobody cared anymore. And it's the kind of thing that happens.
And so that was where like, oh, if you get a development company, then they'll have an artist and they can finish the game. And they're like, okay, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And, Rob found a company. It's actually in Vancouver, Washington. Sorry, not BC. And that's where it's getting printed. But that meant we had to finish it ourselves and, make sure we had enough money to do the initial run. So we just closed the pre-orders and just placed the first order. So we should have everything in the next couple of weeks. We have extra inventory if, you didn't know and you want a copy. We're happy to send you one.
So how much of like, I mean, this obviously sounds very kind of space fantasy-esque in a way, but like how much of like real world space stuff do you end up having leak into this game? Like, just from being fans, from your jobs, from whatever, right?
I'd say it's a game and it's meant to be fun. So
There is one.
So it's nothing like work. Yeah.
Yeah, it is nothing like work, with the exception that there is one very important fact about space that is at times extremely salient, and it is the fact that space is big.
Is it hard also?
sometimes nothing happens.
Is it hard?
I don't think so. Like if you like board games, like people who like to play board games, you pick it up super fast, right? Like my wife's not a huge like nerdy board game person, so she's like, "There's a lot happening right here," and the kids are like, "It's fine." So
Can you
It's a board game.
next
We
time
like
you
board
do a
games.
print run of boxes, can you blurb me on the box with the quote "Space is not hard," just to troll everybody out there that knows that I hate the phrase? That would make my
I
dream
understand
come
your
true.
hate for the phrase.
Yeah.
It seems like an excuse. Lots of things are hard. Making iPhones are hard. We make lots
Yeah.
of iPhones. It's fine.
I'm
You just figure
reminded
it
of
out.
I
the
think that'll
line
be-
from Christmas Vacation when she's like, "Grandpa, he worked really hard on it," and he's like, "So do washing machines." Like that's how I feel. About Space is hard, That's my vibe on it.
I think the addition of that blurb will be a great way to tell first run from second run.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
true. Yeah, I
It's
love
change
being
control
a
in the
derivative.
real world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so that'll be good when that rolls around in 2046. I'll be pumped to see that on the second edition that you guys have been working on.
All right. Now that it's easy
I'm
to
giving you
make-
so much
the
shit,
first
but
time
you know
doing
how
anything
many
is hard.
stupid projects I've never released. I think personally, probably like I've had so much dumb shit that I worked on that's not out there. So I give you credit for making a thing with physical atoms, which I've never done. So
Yeah, there's so much work once you think you're done too, which like anyone who started anything knows this, but like, oh, you got to find a company and you file paperwork and you got to make a website and you got to, anyway, lots of long tail activities that are incredibly time consuming, especially if you don't make websites for a living, which we do not.
I still don't.
I feel like-
Adam is totally responsible for the cool website.
I feel like that's one of
I
those
tell him things I
where
have troubleshoot and he's like,
whatever.
go ahead.
Is that a Jay-Z reference or is that the thing that you're working on? Yeah.
the last 5% of the board game project to like get it sold feels like must be like the hardest one. Like just the aligning all of those work streams and just that last little. I mean, this is true for any project, right? But it feels like a board game would be exactly one of those things because you have a mix of all the software and hardware and operate like everything. It's got everything, right? So it's like,
Yes.
yeah, I feel like that's probably how it is.
That is what
all
makes a
the
day
enormous-
job fun, like real things in the real world.
Yeah.
All the enormous quality assurance. Boy, if I ever look down on a quality guy, I take it back. Right, I take it back in spades.
Yeah.
You get hung up by the silliest things.
Can you talk actually about playtesting? Because this is actually kind of fascinated me about any kind of game design. It's like I feel like because gameplay is in a sense like very non-deterministic. Like every time you play it, it's going to go down a different path, and so you can't always like reliably test. Like you change one mechanic, in a game, you can't reliably just say like, did it make the game better? Like you kind of have to like play it like 1,000 times and then see if you like it more, right?
It's funny. It's funny because so I have really vivid memories of when Adam and I were like sitting down at his dining table very, very early in the process and trying out some mechanics. And originally the concept, like we had not landed on the whole, smuggler working for competing nefarious organizations that are all trying to, race each other. And instead, like we had some sort of like 4X kind of idea of like, oh, well, you will want to design your own spaceships and, they'll fight. And like, I mean, it was, one of my big things that I look for when I'm looking at the back of a box is like, does this feel like they designed a computer game and then just accidentally made it a tabletop game instead? Because that's not fun for me, right? And so we sat down with some of these mechanics and started testing them out. And I remember within just like 2 minutes of like stepping through combat, we said, well, this is totally broken and this is a complete waste of time.
Yep. Nope. We're never doing this.
And it was a huge pivot from there. You remember it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
little chips and moving things around.
As we have in the chat, we have a great quote for you in the chat, which is, "This is why we play test." So that's another one that can go.
Yes, there you go. It comes back around. No, but you're totally right, Jake. Like you learn stuff, but it's hard to know. You tweak this, but you could play 5 games and that card could never come up or whatever, right? So there's little tricks. Like when the kids got old enough that they're like, you know what I want? A character named after me. You're like, sure, we can do that. So they come up with their abilities, right? And they're the most OP thing you can possibly imagine. So you're like, okay, we'll play a game where you get your OP character and you just start with them, right? So you don't have the random luck of the draw. And you're like, do you see how that ruined everything? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's too good. It's like, all right, so you dial it back a little bit. So there's ways to like reduce the chance for the purposes of science or whatever. But we played a lot and it helped a lot.
Another one that comes to mind, like a very discrete design choice, because you can say, okay, is turn order always the same or does it change somehow, right?
Right.
And we experimented with so there's a first player token, right? And we experimented with, would you pass first player to the left or would you pass it to the right? And like playing just I think we just played a few rounds each way. And it was immediately clear that like, well, one of these ways works and the other one is a complete disaster.
It's so subtle.
Please explain. That doesn't, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Because you go first and then last or last then first?
It was the emergent phenomena of it. Adam, how would you
But when you pass
I
it the direction, you're going opposite. You're either going with or opposite the direction of turns, right? So you're either passing it to, you become second or you become last is the difference.
Correct. So we're playing, it's like you're first, second, third, fourth, so you move in order, right? Well, if you're fourth and you pass the token the other way, then next turn you're first. So like there's this mechanic where you can go visit the dockyard. Like if you don't have anything to do, you need to soup up your ship, you go to the dockyard. It's a safe place, you hang out, you get to draw extra cards, you can trade, but it ends your turn. The other thing it does is if there's no like contracts on the board, one gets revealed. Well, you go first next turn. So there's this natural thing where if you're going last and you have nothing better to do and there's no contracts, go to the dockyard, reveal a contract, then you have the initiative on the next turn and you can go get it. So like, but that mechanic totally breaks if you have the turn order backwards. So like there's all these situations like that. And there's something that's a relatively new rule of where you can, steal contracts from people right at the point of the delivery. Like you're hanging out outside the bar and they're bringing in, the hallucinogenic spices. And you're like, yep, we knew you're here. We're waiting. And you ambush them and you steal it. But you have to have the right initiative for that to work. So it gives you a chance to like, well, if you're going to ambush, you can wait a little bit and then you'll have the initiative. And, so those are like 2 tangible examples. But they just totally break if you do it the other order. Like the mechanic is just gone completely.
We also encountered this with the combat rules. And this is where Space is Big becomes so important, right? Because the rules for initiating combat are totally driven by like orbital mechanics, actually. Not that you have to do any orbital mechanics, but it's really just based on the principle that if you got to the planet first, you're going to be able to tell when the other guy arrives, right? Whereas If you're out in space, well, space is huge. People don't even have to try to hide. They're just going to be really far away. So it actually takes more work to try to intercept someone in space than it does to ambush them, right? Because if you get there first, physics is on your side.
Yeah. Gravity well choke points. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you just wait. Best place to shoot someone is when they're going down or coming up. Yeah, so another big simplification we made is there are like different phases in the game. You know, you draw cards, it kind of sets the vibe for the turn. And then we had this thing we called upkeep where like everyone's kind of ships got repaired and you got healthy and then you'd move and then you deliver contracts. And I just remember over the course, we used to play a lot with the folks I used to work with at Spaceflight when I first moved back to Seattle. And that second phase was just so boring. It was like everyone would just go around and like, all right, flip all your things over and like kind of reset the board. And you just kind of fly through it, and it just felt so perfunctory, like in the play. And I remember sending Rob a note being like, you know, the last few times we played, something seems wrong with upkeep. And I was like, what if we just got rid of it? And he was like, well, how would that work? Because then your ship would be busted ass all the time. And we're like, wait a minute.
Hell yeah.
Your ship being busted ass
Chaos.
all the time and flying around the galaxy with its sputtering gas out the back is totally the vibe we're going for. Let's try it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Much better. Right? Like, why am I always hurt? It's like,
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah, you do. You'll end up with a character because everybody can get injured before they're like, you know, really out of play, right? And so you'll have somebody, you know, one of your crew members will be struggling with like a limp for half the game because you just never have time to find them a damn doctor.
Right.
That's the vibe.
You got
right
some
there.
busted ass hyperdrive on your ship, and you just can't fix it. You know, unless you have an engineer on your ship, and then it's very easy to fix things.
Couldn't find the
Engineers
doctor was
fix
the least Obama era administration thing you could possibly have injected into this game.
it. Yeah.
No wonder he released this 8 years later, I guess. Yeah.
No free healthcare in space.
Yeah.
No free healthcare in space.
Or in America
Jeez.
anymore. It's fine.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Honestly, that I always love games that have a little bit of like games that you can't play perfect are fun to me. Like that you can't get so good at it that you know there's no limit to how good you can get because there's always something wrong and something to fix and something, you know. I like that.
Those were some of our very first like high level requirements. You know, we wanted no player elimination, and we wanted the whole thing to be about navigating a shifting opportunity landscape. So not just like I have my strategy, I sit down, I build up, I attack left, right? That we didn't want to reward that. We wanted to make it so that, you know, you just had to do the best you could with you know, a really fluid situation and try to maximize your opportunities as you go and make good tactical calls about when is it time to change loyalties, when is it time to, you know, keep my word, and when is it time to break it. And I think it definitely gives it a different temperature for sure when you're playing. Like it doesn't feel like it's just about, you know, trying to get to a certain number of cargo deliveries. It doesn't feel like that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not a lot of rolling. I mean, there was more earlier, and we went to a more.
Well, yeah,
like,
we did a lot of work to get rid of rolling too. Yeah.
Yeah, Axis and Allies chess sort of thing, where it's like you have weapons and they have weapons, and once you know that, you just count quickly, and then like that's the damage everybody does. And there was rolling before, and it just added a lot of tedium to it and too much luck. Right? It's actually kind of cool that you can see. You look over the other person's ship and like, do you have a laser over there? Then I'm not going anywhere close to you because I can't do anything about that. And so a lot of times, you know, there's not fighting, but it's the threat of fighting that colors what everyone does in the game, because you're like, well, I know I can't beat you. You've got a fact stack of medkits over there, I think. So that's just hopeless. I need another strategy. And you're kind of constantly having to evaluate it, which is why you don't know how you're doing until the end. But like Karsten is the better player, and he normally wins because he's just very good at all these little machinations. It's very annoying to the rest of us.
What was the gun from The Expanse? Like the rail gun or whatever? What was the thing that they had that was like...
It was just a railgun, right?
They flipped the ship and it was like obliterating everybody else. That was the OP thing that injected in. Like anyone comes near us, turn everything off, roll this thing, and just Gatling gun them to death. Do you have that
Now,
card?
sometimes something...
I need that.
Sorry,
I say that show got that space
missile
weaponry
launcher?
really nicely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah.
Sometimes
You don't
something
start
a
with any
little
ship
OP
weapons.
can be fun in small doses.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the other things is that there are these things called bribes. So when you start rising in reputation and become an actual significant contributor to one of these criminal organizations, they'll give you something a little sweet on the side to help you out down the way. And you might have the opportunity to fake your own death or frame someone else for something or get some really sweet, extremely illegal tech. Right. But, some of this stuff might also only be something you get to do once, and you better time it right,
That's really the key. It's like the bribes you get are kind of random, right? They're just cards you draw from the deck. But knowing how to play it and positioning yourself to be able to use that bribe, right? If you've got a movement bribe, well, you got to put yourself in a situation where movement is going to be the thing that wins you the game. If it's a, melee combat bribe, then you got to put yourself in a situation where you can use that, and the thing that's going to win it for you is combat, and that's what Carson's good at.
Carson shot first. That's the situation here.
Yeah, that's right. He's very cautious. He waits till the end and then swoops in.
Yeah, the character with the shoot first, ask questions later ability is definitely my daughter. She's got an ability called F this noise, and basically if she gets into a brawl situation, she gets a free round of just pew 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 at anything she can see, because that's, if you knew my daughter,
checks out. Yep. Yeah, so all three of the kids have their own characters whose abilities track with their personalities. Let's call it that way.
All right.
And they know this, or are they?
Oh yeah, they were heavily involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And actually, there are blank cards included. We realized the fun of being able to make your own stuff is definitely part of it.
Maybe write in pencil, because it's harder than it sounds to come up with a good card that's not OP. You can ink it after 10 games.
There you go.
Yikes. Huh.
How about these
Dungeons and Dragons.
these syndicates? How did you come up with these names and logos?
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
tell us some of the lore here.
Give me some lore. Yeah.
Oh man, well, yeah. So okay, I think the first syndicate name that I came up with was definitely Semyorka. Which, do we know the reference?
The name, the word sounds familiar, and I'm blanking on what it actually is. Is it like a helicopter or a boat or something?
No, it means good old number 7.
Okay, all right.
Good old number 7. It's the R7. It's Soyuz, guys.
Semyorka. Okay.
It's
that's what I was thinking. It is. It's the name of the R7, isn't it?
Yep. They called it good old number 7. So we named Semyorka after that, and it's a, sort of kind of a Russian mafia vibe with what they're doing. Each of these orgs has their own sort of flavor of contracts that they are looking to get delivered to their destinations to implement their nefarious plot, right? Or whatever it is they're up to. Let's see. So like Fidanza, that was really conceived as more of, Italian mafia, Cosa Nostra, what have you.
Oh, yeah.
So they're more into they're both in device, but Fidanza is more in device. Semyorka also has some shadier gun running and stuff going on, I'd say. Anubis, they are basically like a Bond villain. There are a lot of sort of secret military shenanigans going on with them. And then Almacht was more industrial and technology focused, as I recall. Adam, do you remember any other details to that?
No, that's basically. I mean, Anubis is obviously an Egyptian thing, but that's more like kind of got a Yakuza flair to it in the details, and it was just kind of like, oh, it's Italian.
Almacht
cool
is like
flame,
the
like
Alex Jones
Ferrari
column, like weather projectors, armaments, mind control slugs. It's the Chaikovs with the weather projectors and the mind control slugs. I'm getting an Alex Jones vibe out of Almacht. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it's like a Russian eagles in purple. It was just experimenting around with like different shapes and drawn stuff. Like those were some of the first things that were done were the logos for the syndicates. They didn't change. The map connections didn't change in a long time. Most of the things being smuggled, it's like you sit down over drinks and you brainstorm. All right, what can we smuggle? You're like, I don't know, alien exotic dancers. How about some
always spices.
hallucinogenic spices?
Always spices
Mind control
are somewhere.
slugs. All the
Yeah.
spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that
Planet
was
names,
another
those
one
were
of
fun.
the big. That was another one of the big sort of playtesting things, right? Although I don't remember if we actually playtested it or just in trying to work out the math of the engine, I identified it as a problem and we changed. But do you remember early on when we envisioned there'd be two classes of deliveries? Like we thought you'd be working as just some small timer UPS guy doing milk runs, and then periodically would do like some really rewarding delivery that would pay really well. It would really affect your rep, and it was like, wow, that's going to be unfathomably tedious. Like, I can't
milk runs are
believe we
boring.
even tried barking up that tree, right? Yeah, it was like, this is you're just wasting everybody's time.
No one wants a board game where it feels like you're just leveling up for a while. It's like, no, let's cut to the chase. Straight to the fun. Yeah, no, I had not thought about that in years. I remember drawing the map out in on my driveway in chalk. So I think the kids were out there doing chalk art in the
There
driveway.
were no
So I'm
iPads
like,
yet,
what if
or
it looked like this,
styluses back in
There were no
the aughts.
Yeah. It was a while ago.
It was barely an iPhone, you know.
The iPhone barely existed.
Yeah.
I think I had a
true.
3G.
When we started
I
working
barely
on this,
existed.
I didn't have an iPhone.
That's true. You didn't.
No.
I did not. I had like an LG slider that fit in that tiny little inner
Dude,
pocket
the
on a pair of
chocolate?
jeans.
Are you talking about the LG chocolate?
No, what was it? Like a LX
Be right back, I've got one.
370?
Got that. I was talking to somebody that worked at LG the other day. Hold on.
This show's going
This is great
places.
Foley work.
We got props here now.
Bro, I got a whole box of old shit. Look at this.
He pulls out like a chest of like
Yeah.
old phones. What is this?
I don't know why I have this. I
you got a Motorola
legitimately
Razr
don't know
in there
why I
too,
have
or-
this, but it's the
I'm
dumbest
picturing
thing.
somebody with a trench coat, right? And
Dude,
then got
it's
all these
even-
pockets, like, you
you're
want a
on-
phone?
You're on point because all these old devices, I legitimately don't know why I'm wearing an Apple Watch, but these are in a Rolex box. I don't know why I have a Rolex box. But,
That was amazing.
all right, I've got my original iPhone. There it is.
Wow.
I have the LG chocolate.
Okay.
That yes, like that.
Yeah, it's the chocolate. LG chocolate. Look at that thing. It's got a keyboard.
That's exactly right.
Cool.
iPod Mini.
All right, kids, this is what phones look like.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this was my wife's. iPod. Was this the original iPod video
Wow.
or something? What was that one?
How scratch the back is.
We got an iPhone 3G, 8 gigabytes of storage on that baby.
Why do you have all these? Look
I
at
got
the
an iPhone
bezels.
4.
You see the bezels on that thing? They're huge.
Yeah, I got iPhone 4 in there. I got a
And no cracked screens either.
4S.
These are
Oh no, the
museum
original
ready.
one's cracked. The original one is cracked. Where'd that go? That one's cracked.
Nice.
This one's shattered. I don't know if you can see that.
Can't really. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, take
4S,
better care of your
maybe?
devices, Anthony.
iPhone 4S. What was the one with the bumper? Oh, this shows you how good the bumper was. This one is totally blasted. What was
This is
one
the
with
antenna gate
bumper?
phone?
Yeah, was that what was that one?
I don't remember.
I don't know. 4S. Yeah. There you go. Oh, I got one of these ones. What was this one? A Nano?
That's a Nano.
Yeah.
I really feel like
It all
you should have
started
this
with
collection
the
on
chocolate being the
display.
shit. Yeah, I haven't broken this box out in a while, but I was talking to somebody that works at LG the other day, and I was
That
like,
phone
You got a
is
Zune in there?
phenomenal.
No
The
Zune.
brown Zune?
You have a Zune, yeah.
No Zunes.
The
Original
way
Apple
that
Watch.
you like open that and close that phone with like a flick of the finger,
So
like,
satisfying.
I can tell that you use that phone for real for like a significant.
Right.
And that was just like muscle memory.
No, I didn't. I texted on this, and I just did this all day. Yeah.
Oh, my phone's
It's a
ringing.
fidget spinner.
Yeah.
Hello, it's Anthony. Go for Anthony.
I don't know, dude. I just
We had a rotary phone in my house growing up. Around
when you started this
I
working on
like
this
that.
game, I think you had one in the,
Okay.
in the house too.
Okay.
I still had a landline when we started working on this game.
I did not. I think San Jose was my last landline, which was the number for a Korean dry cleaner that had gone bankrupt. So no, not the number.
That's
The
one of the.
fax
We're talking
machine.
about your phone now, not the syndicates in the
Korean dry
game.
cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do
got a lot of
feel like
facts
we missed an
involved on that number.
opportunity to have a dry
Paramount,
cleaner encounter
dry
in the
cleaner.
game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we do have stuff like, you had a long night with an old flame and you lose some movement because you got a late start the next day, or like,
yeah.
sometimes there's consequences, that sort of thing too. And, it hurts when I pee. Oh, now I've got an injured crew member, right? But I really feel
PG-13.
like, yeah, we should have thrown in a dry cleaner visit somehow, especially since you had that connection.
Expansion.
Yeah. I'd forgotten
Dry
about the
cleaner
Korean dry
expansion.
cleaner.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds
really
like a
annoying to
plot
get
out
fax
of a
calls.
spy movie
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, like somebody calls you and they're like trying really hard to give you a code word to something, and you're like, I don't know, like,
Like activate the Winter
I'm not a
Soldier.
cleaner,
I don't
so I don't know
understand
what
what
you're
you're
looking for. It's like, no, I need the blue shirt cleaned, Adam.
Yeah, from the White Horse. It rides at sunset. I don't understand.
You're trying
How
to
is this
call
not
Harvey
clear?
Keitel.
Yeah. All right, what would you rank in your? Give me like a shooting from the hip ranking of like top games that made you fall in love with games enough that you made a game.
Ooh. My big one growing up was Axis and Allies, even though it violates many of the rules here. Like, you have to change the
different
rules
game.
so it's fair. There's so much money. There's so much bookkeeping. But like, I play that game more than probably anything else. I play with my dad. So much bonding. Like, over that, I learned how to, not throw dice when you get angry. That took a couple years. Disappointed to think. So that was my big high school game of just like getting into board games. How about you, Rob?
So this is definitely different than answering like my all-time greats list. But for me, honestly, diplomacy really stands out. I loved diplomacy, but it also
You'd be awful to play that with.
everybody refused to play with me. Like, I remember the last
That
time I played
tracks.
diplomacy, and after that, everyone's like, "We're not playing diplomacy with you anymore."
Watch your back.
I can't believe you say that tracks. You said it so quickly.
Well, he said it even before
So
you
we-
said that. He said you would be awful to play that game with.
Yeah.
So he was front running your story there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, so I told you at the beginning, I said we used to play Civilization together over email, right? And we had this great game with two friends of ours. So there are four of us playing this game. So you play a turn, you email it, right? So the game took like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what game did you finish first, Space or that game of Civ?
Yeah.
I don't know which.
When we started, we were playing Civ 3, right? It was Civ 3
Yeah.
when we started, and then we did play Civ 5 later on too together, I think.
But we had this alliance where like I built a railroad through his territory, whatever, and I had this massive empire. It's destroying all his friends. It was so much fun. And then I opened the turn one day, and he had like stabbed me in the back, cut the empire in half, taken my capital. And I was so legitimately real world angry at him for like 3 days. Yeah,
I had been planning that for literally months, like laying all the groundwork, getting all the pieces ready. It was a gigantic operation.
Yeah, no thanks. So anyway, I play with our other friend Paul now. Rob fell off the wagon when he had his kids. So
The payoff of that kind of maneuvering when you've been playing via email for months is unbelievable. That's crazy.
yeah. Both of us got our big win. I bombed the friends into oblivion, and then he dismantled my empire from the inside. So.
How do you do that though? How do you maintain context in that way? Because if I have a game of Civ going and I like go from one weekend to the next without playing, I'm like, I don't remember what I was doing. I might as well start a new game, and I'm back in.
We were doing a
ancient
turn
era.
a day, right? It was you did a turn every day in order to keep the pace.
Yeah.
Which was good. I mean, the maps were huge, so like, a turn might take 15 minutes or something. Like, so it was a good, nice, and it kept you from spending too much time. You're like, oh, I'm done.
That's
Turn's
true.
over. I
You
can't do
couldn't
anything.
do
Gotta
one
email
more
it on.
turn. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Gotta
Exactly.
email it on.
Although I will say, trying to build a wonder, and you know how one more turn is, and you've got some wonder you really want, it's going to take like 37 damn turns. When those 37 turns are over a month, man, you lose sleep over that wonder. Like, that is rough.
You lose sleep. I was fine. I slept like a baby.
I was not fine.
Yeah. I mean, so
Obviously, the
those
stakes were very
games.
high. I had big plans.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, games that I like now, Small World is fun. We've been playing that recently. We played Pandemic. little too on the nose, maybe, but
Yeah.
it's fun. That's a cooperative one, so that's good. We've got a little cabinet downstairs. Kids like games, so that's a great part about having kids. You've always got people to play board games with.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not there yet.
a
They
couple.
just knocked mine
couple-
over at the moment. So
Well, yours is little.
yeah.
A couple recent favorites. A design that I am super, super impressed with is Jaws, of all things. Has anyone else played it? I think that was.
I mean, I have,
did
obviously,
Ravensburger
at your
do
house.
that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. Duh, of course.
Yeah.
So it is a really successful two-phase thing that really gives you the experience of the movie. Of like, first we have to try to find the shark, and people are getting eaten, and it's a great big deal. And then, okay, now we've found the shark. We're going onto the orca. We're going hunting out on the water. The shark is attacking the boat. It's fantastic. And actually, so we went to Orcas Island for spring break this year. So my 6-year-old daughter, and we're sitting in the sunroom looking at the water, and I've brought Jaws. We pull it out to play it, and we have the most legendary game of Jaws. Where like, I mean, the shark is hurt, but like, 2 of our people are dead. It's just her. It's down to like Hooper in the water with a hammer. Like, I'm gonna kill this shark. Ah! And I'm like trying to soften her. Like, man, the odds on this are not good, kid. This is a big, big roll. Like, because she doesn't like to lose. And so she's got that dice. She's blowing in her little hand. Like, okay, here we go. Roll that dice. And she gets the shark with that hammer. Man, she was ecstatic. The shriek. Oh God, it lives rent free in my head. It was one of the best gameplay experiences of all time.
Are we talking about this game?
We still
This
talk
game of
about
Jaws? With this shark?
No,
thing?
not
Is this
from
what we're talking about?
1975. No.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That's new.
beautiful.
I gotta, yeah, look at that thing. I mean, Jesus.
Different Jaws. Yeah.
Can't have components like that anymore.
Not this?
Game would be $300.
That is tremendous. But no, we are talking about one that was published in the past couple years, I would say.
I gotta find
Huh.
that one, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're talking
Yeah.
about this. This is the IP we're talking about. Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's
Actual
definitely
Jaws.
The
it's
movie.
definitely Peter Benchley, Jaws, like Roy Scheider in the movie, Richard Dreyfuss.
That's my
in the
one that
movie.
people tell me
Yeah.
that I look like is Roy Scheider. That's the one that I
Okay.
get sometimes. Yeah.
I can
could
see
see
I
it.
get somewhere between that and
Gonna be in
Lin-Manuel
the
Miranda.
remake.
If I don't
Oh.
know.
There, we're,
That's
Triple
the-
Cross.
That's the range I'm in, yeah.
we're on a big Hamilton kick here, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's great.
I don't hate either of these.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jake is giving Hoop a little bit.
I could see it.
Who?
I could see it.
Hooper, Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'd be the
Yeah,
marine
I get it.
biologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
maybe.
reference went over my head because I've never seen Jaws.
You've never seen Jaws?
That's great.
What's the space
I've
movie
known
you've never
you how
seen
long?
that you're embarrassed to tell us?
The space movie. Well, there's bad ones I've never seen. What was that one where they're like dune buggy racing on the moon with like Brad Pitt or whatever?
Dad Astra. Yeah.
Dad Astra. Yeah, I've never
Yes,
seen that
I've
one.
never seen
Oh,
that.
Ad Astra. I love that movie. No, Ad Astra was
Uh,
great though.
What other kind of movies are there? Space
Have you
movies
seen
I haven't
Moonfall?
Oh my god.
No, I'm thinking of Moon.
You're thinking of Moon, which is
That
a
was
great
good.
movie.
Moon was good.
Moon is
That's
properly
great.
good. Moonfall is bad good.
No, I don't think
was
I've
it?
seen
Really?
Moonfall.
How about Starflight?
I mean, you
Plane
love,
that never
you
landed
love
or
the
whatever.
space shuttle, so you would love Moonfall. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
If you
Don't
want
love
to
the
dust
space
off
shuttle, for the
something
record.
really old, now let's talk about. Has anyone seen Journey to the Seventh Planet?
I thought you were gonna say what was the one you like, Jake?
No.
Journey to the Center of the Earth, or what's the thing that you like?
Core. The core.
Yeah.
The core.
Core.
I thought
The
that,
core.
I don't know why that was called
Oh.
the Journey to the Center of the Earth for me.
Standing movie.
I mean, the core's at the center
What's
of the
the
Earth.
Journey to
Checks
the
out.
Seventh Planet? What is that?
Journey to the Seventh Planet.
Which is
Is
very
this
jarring
got
considering your
the-
shirt right
What's
now.
the
by
guy's
way.
name? Like
I know.
John
Oh, he's like
Agar?
totally off-brand here.
John Agar is in it, and it's a bunch of like Danish people who are badly dubbed, and they're going to Uranus, and like there are mysteriously voluptuous Danish women greeting them on the planet, but then they discover that maybe this stuff is an illusion because they're detecting some sort of like force field.
Wow.
It feels like I remember the guys would say there's some kind of air cushion. So then they go through it and realize, oh, whoa, no, we're in this like alien planet situation. There's some cave. There's some terrifying monster down here that's effing with our minds. Yeah, production values not high. Great theme song over the closing credits. Really terrific. Kind of a lounge singer thing.
So you got to watch the whole movie to get
Unexpected
to the one
mood.
good part. Is my takeaway from that story.
Say what?
You got to watch the whole movie to get to the one good part. That's my takeaway.
Or you can just watch the credits on
The ending
YouTube,
song
which
is
is worth
good.
it in itself.
Rob has very dumbbell taste in things. Good things, great, but then you love some awful things. It just blow my mind. This movie sounds like one of those.
Definition of that. I've never heard that as
The sci-fi on the sci-fi Dune. Rob was a big fan of that. It was
Love
awful.
it. Yeah, that little miniseries from the early
so
2000s.
terrible.
It was incredible.
Drek.
What do you think is a thing
wrong.
that would not hold up if you went back and watched it? Like something that you think
Ugh.
is your brain's like that was so good, and then you would go back and
was
watch
so
it. And
good.
like, it's probably not that
I
good.
actually,
I kind of wonder
had
about
this
Armageddon.
experience.
Oh,
Except
You watched
Armageddon
that
was
recently,
trash
didn't you, Jake?
anyway.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a
I haven't
no-no.
watched Armageddon recently. I recently watched Deep Impact, and it was real bad.
That's what you watched.
It was
Yeah.
very, very
Those
bad.
are basically contemporaneous, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they both came out
The
at the
two
same
asteroid
time.
movies. So that's interesting because I remember liking Deep Impact at the time, but I haven't watched it just the
Yeah,
one time.
I liked
in
it a
the
lot
theater,
when it
so-
came out, and I watched
So
it
it
like
did not
2
hold
months
up.
ago,
Yeah.
and it was like, whoa, not good.
It's not good.
No.
Even at the
not-
time, I
did not
remember
hold
thinking
up.
the shuttle can't do that.
Do you know what held up unexpectedly well?
What a perfect time for a
Marooned.
pause.
Right. Seriously. What is it called? Maroon.
Marooned?
Never heard of it.
Maroon. Marooned. I
Marooned.
don't know that movie.
Yeah, so it was sort of
Yeah.
an Apollo 13 thing, right? It was like they made it in the late 60s, I guess. And it was, these astronauts are stranded in orbit and we have no way to rescue them. We got to find a way to rescue them. Which sounds like it could be a pretty pulpy premise, but it's actually really well executed.
When did this come out?
You said it was an Apollo
Like late
16
60s?
or Apollo 13 thing. It was November 10th, 1969. They were like on it. They wasted no time. Literally.
I mean, Apollo 13 hadn't happened.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
So they were just totally on it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This is
it
life
was
imitating
really
art.
good. Yeah.
Paul 13's a good movie. That one ages well, I'm sure. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in years. I guarantee it ages
It ages well.
gracefully. Yeah.
Unlike Capricorn 1, which is stupid movie, but hilarious at the same time.
I unjustly maligned. I really like Passengers.
I love Passengers.
Which one's
I
that?
haven't seen it.
That is Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, that one. Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
It's good. It's actually really good.
All right.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, he's on like a
I've been
generation
holding off
ship
because
and
of that thing, but, yeah.
wakes up. It's pretty old. I remember watching it. I was just like I was on TV.
So
was home
this
by
is
myself
like
or whatever,
the
and I was
actual
watching it.
version of
Yeah.
Idiocracy? Is that what we're doing here?
In Passengers.
Yeah, that's the theory. Like he falls asleep for a while and wakes up when he should instead of like they forgot about him and
Well, he's alone on the ship, though, right? So everyone else is in cryosleep, and he wakes up when he's not supposed to. So he's alone on the ship, and he's got 20 years or something before he's supposed to land. And it's just like him going crazy and figuring out what to do. And eventually she joins him, and obviously they
yeah, in
develop
his
this
defense, I
relationship.
would also
and,
try to find the pod with Jennifer Lawrence in it as well. That's probably what
Yeah.
I would try to. Let's just like have a good,
no,
fun.
no,
hang
no,
for
no
this.
more spoilers for that movie. You just need to go watch it. It's good.
That was an era though. that mid tens era, I feel like was a really hit or miss patch. Right, we had Gravity was in and around that time, which was a hot mess.
It's okay.
Oh, it's
Space is
terrible.
big.
You should go back and watch that one. It's a terrible movie.
I like Gravity.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was the
that's fair.
one that triggered me the most as a space nerd of like, this is terrible. This is a horrible movie that is completely nonsensical. You can't fly from ISS to Tiangong on a fire extinguisher or whatever she had. This is a ridiculous concept.
That was
You
pretty bad.
shockingly get that
And
a
the
lot of
debris
work.
wouldn't come back around. It wouldn't be back at you 90 minutes later if it
Yeah.
was moving a different speed than you. I was very annoyed at that.
So, like, why can't we do this? Orbital mechanics?
Yeah.
You can't just do 70-degree plane changes whenever you want? No?
I love.
really with a
I
fire
always love
extinguisher.
suggestions like, well, why don't we just shoot it into the sun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a good question, but mostly not.
Tricky, turns out.
That's a lot of delta V, guys. That's a lot of
Very
delta
hard.
V.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so movies that, well, forget about not holding up. It was trash to begin with. Did anybody else see Mission to Mars?
Oh yeah,
No.
that's
Not
the
really a
one with the
Mars
weird
guy. Sorry, Jake.
sandworm things, right?
Yeah, yeah, and the
Yes, it
face, and
Yeah, terrible movie.
yeah.
No.
I wanted that one to
Nope.
be good too. I was really bitter about that. That came out in like 2000.
2000
If you
exactly.
really, if you really
Yeah.
want to punish
It's
yourself,
a rough time.
I mean, imagine like M&Ms floating in zero gravity in a vaguely formed double helix, and somebody saying that looks like human DNA.
Let's do a quick check on what you think the tomato meter is at for Mission to Mars.
On that description alone,
Yeah, what do you-
23%.
Holy shit, dude!
23 that's
It's
exactly my
23.
guess, Adam.
It's 23
I got
exactly.
it. Not look that up.
Yeah, it's 23 exactly.
I did not look it up. I promise.
No, I didn't either. I was thinking 23 as soon as you said it. I was like, it's 23.
Yikes.
Wow.
There's
Huh.
so many bad
crazy.
movies that get made.
Yes,
I'm
there
still
are.
annoyed the
Yeah.
challenge isn't on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the one I want to know what the challenge was. The movie that they made by going to the ISS, the Russian movie, with the actress that went up, with the director who went up, and
We could have had a cool Tom Cruise movie if you guys didn't get it killed.
yeah, much
Yeah.
like your bartender, we tanked that one. So you know.
Oh,
Do you know the story,
good
Rob?
obscure one. Apollo 17.
Was it Apollo 17 or
that even a
eight,
real-
wasn't 18?
Apollo
a movie?
18 was one. Apollo 18 was a
18,
movie.
Apollo 18.
Apollo 17
thank you.
happened. Yeah, it was a real
Right.
Apollo 17.
Yes.
One of the goats.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not yeah. Apollo 18. Thank you.
Apollo
Yeah,
18 was
I
like
think
there were actually there were zombies or something. It actually
like
happened, but
monsters
they
or
covered it up.
It turned out that there had been a secret Russian landing, and there were some things
Yes.
surrounding
Yeah.
that. Yes, I mean it's a creature
Ah.
feature. Yeah, it's not, you know.
That was it's a good premise to start For All Mankind with.
That's true.
That show's great.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
It makes it so easy to explain. Like, I've talked to a couple of people about it who'd never seen it. And like, what's it about? It's like, the Russians landed on the moon first. I'm like, all right, I got it.
Yeah.
And then 40 years of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Show's so good.
Yeah.
There's a sea dragon
40
in it.
years of good old number 7
Yeah.
achieving things.
That's right.
All right, so before we're done here,
Worst thing about
is-
For All Mankind is the souped up nuclear space shuttle.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
Terrible.
that's rough.
Lay off the space shuttle, man. Jeez, holy.
Well, no, it's nothing has enough propellant volume on anything that they do. So there's that.
No,
Yeah.
no, except for Sea Dragon.
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing. That's why I give science fiction movies a pass, right? If I'm going to require every science fiction movie obey the laws of physics, it'd be super boring because everything's really slow. Space is big. It's like nobody wants to watch that. I'm here to be entertained. Like,
Yeah.
give me,
Are you saying that
65 million
most
seconds
regular
of ISP.
space movies would be immensely complex and high risk? Is that what you're saying about space movies? Is that your take on space movies? That would be shocking if that was your take.
Well played. It's possible to build,
Yeah.
some sort of architecture that's too complicated. Yes.
Sometimes they
one
have
could make
wings and external tanks and solid rocket boosters.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Next time, I
It's
promise
not-
we'll tier
yeah.
rank nuclear-powered shuttle. We'll put that in the list.
Okay. Imaginary
Oh, maybe we should do
spaceships
that.
could be fun.
Maybe we should do a movie spaceship tier ranking, Jake. Once we finish the other one.
Ooh. All right, sounds good.
I
Rob's
like
gonna
that.
put that
Good
weird
idea.
ship from 2010 in there
Oh yeah.
with like all
Oh,
the
the
obelisks
Leonov.
falling
I
into
love
Jupiter or whatever.
2010. Yeah,
Movie's weird.
that's a great movie. No, that's a great movie.
It's okay.
Hey, if anyone's listening, do they have any say over their life if they can get this game in their life or not, or are they screwed?
Yeah.
They do. If they go to
How do they buy it?
AperatureBoardGames.com, they can contact us to order. We can ship as soon as we've got our stock.
Look at that. ApogeeBoardGames.com,
Yeah.
people.
Design a whole other logo for that. So that was like a whole other project.
Yes. Yeah. Branding, man, it's a time sink.
Yeah. Pretty excited how it turned out. It's like the Washington State University logo. They got like WSU hidden in the cougar. First time I saw it, when I was a kid,
The
blew my mind.
FedEx logo has a spoon in it.
Yeah, exactly. With the arrow hidden.
It's got a
It's
spoon
basically
in
as
it.
good as the FedEx logo. I think that's what you're saying. I agree. Probably costs a lot less.
Yeah, probably.
That's accurate. Yeah, that is accurate.
But yeah, there's a button on there. It'll send us an email, and then we'll contact folks if they're interested. We have some extra stock. We bought extra stock, so we're going to start doing, game nights at local game shops and trying to get them, games out in the wild and invite your friends over to play, and then they'll want a copy, and that's how you
Take
spread
over
word
the
of
world.
mouth.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
That's how we get to a second edition with a blurb on the back, right? About how space
That's
is
right.
not hard.
That's right. A couple presidents from now, we'll be in business. Yeah.
You want a blurb? You got to help sell that inventory.
All right.
Listen, this
We're
is
aligning
it.
incentives.
This is
Get
the
out
down
there,
payment.
anomalies. Get
Yeah.
out there.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with these guys. You're great, and you put up with our bullshit. And Rob was completely not ready for this, I think, which is great because now we know he's the GOAT. So that's what we want.
With occasionally bad
Well,
taste in
thanks.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta have a dumbbell in there.
Perpetually exquisite taste, I think you mean.
Can work on the movie,
Sure.
guys. We can work on that.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
I love Star Trek V. Not going to be ashamed.
We're going out on that. That's the way to end this show, Jake. We won't get any email. There will be no email this
Wow.
week because of that take.
Wow.
Star Trek. I don't even know which one that is.
It's
Cyborg!
Apollo 17.
It's Apollo 17, yeah.
All right, y'all.
More Star
We'll
Wars
see you
guy.
later. Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Thanks.
Bye.